This is He Knows Everything, bringing you that heat and fart. We keeping a foot on the whoop, geeks. We keeping a foot on the whoop, geeks. And like the Tibetan Mastiff that I am, man. Like the Siberian tiger that I am, I'm applying whoop on immediate pressure. Because pressure does whoop, heat versus spice. See, this is what He Knows Everything was talking about. Mama's boy, pure fucking beta supreme. Always propping up some damn Paul fucking George. Whoop-de-fucking-do, Paul George. Thank you for finally showing up to the fucking party. Kawhi Leonard did all the damn heavyweight lifting, and you finally fucking showed up. You were supposed to been fucking show up. Now you showing up, you all of a sudden think that you are basically a player that has arrived. I don't even think Paul George is thinking like that. I think Paul George knows he owes fucking Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard's on bone, man. Almost. He has to load manage. If Kawhi Leonard don't load manage, he's going to be completely on bone. We're going to have a Brandon Roy situation in front of us, y'all. A Dwayne Wade situation in front of us. This is why these guys' NBA careers didn't last as long as they did. I told you guys, I'm a three-dimensional thinker. I know basketball at the highest levels. These guys didn't last as long as they did because their bone affected them to such a degree, such an order, such a magnitude, such a variation, such an aspect, in so much so that these guys got affected to such a degree in such a way to where now they found themselves in precarious situations where Brandon Roy had to leave the game. Brandon Roy left the game crying. He left the game in basically a shell of himself. You guys understand how bad Brandon Roy was? Brandon Roy was endorsed by Kobe Bryant as a bad boy, dog. Kobe don't just drop that terminology to no motherfucker. There's a few people in the NBA that Kobe Bryant's giving that terminology. Dwayne Wade, Derrick Rose, Brandon Roy. These are the motherfuckers he's giving the terminology to. And it's always panned out. Every time Kobe Bryant dropped that bad boy terminology on your ass. When it's all said and done, Brandon Roy would have been something we've been talking about. Fuck a Damian Lillard, man. Brandon Roy would have been Portland Trailblazers. But Brandon Roy got the bone on bone. Now we're no longer talking about him. It is what it is. Some guys' NBA's careers, it gets cut so fucking short to the point to where they're not able to really put the dent in showcasing people on how they lash motherfuckers up. But I'm going to give Brandon Roy his respect because I know what that motherfucker's all about. I see Brandon Roy stick it to Dwayne Wade. I seen him stick it to LeBron James. This is for the basketball 303 lane motherfuckers and higher. If y'all don't know who Brandon Roy is, you don't know fucking basketball. I've seen him take it to T-Mac. I've seen him take it to Kobe. Brandon Roy was that fucking dude. But that bone fucked him up. There was no load management. They basically overworked him because Greg Oden at the time. I'm going to open up the NBA encyclopedia because I told you I can open this bitch up any fucking time I want. Lewis Sports Network, I'm opening it up right now. I'm borrowing your lane right now. So I'm opening the bitch up right now. I know you love this shit. Greg Oden was supposed to be what you see that big ass fucking center is for fucking Devin Booker. I can't think of his fucking name right now. A10, I don't know how you say his last fucking name. But anyways, y'all help me out. You see the way this motherfucker is for Devin Booker and why they dominating? That's what Brandon Roy and Greg Oden was going to be. They was going to be like that. But Brandon Roy didn't get the luxury because Greg Oden was a fucking bust. It's so much so, why am I saying all that? It was the same draft year that my boy KD trade 5. Kevin Durant basically got overlooked. It was like a Sam Bowie situation with Michael Jordan. Got overlooked, and we know how the careers turned out. But if Greg Oden would have fucking panned out, if Greg Oden wouldn't have been a bust, they wouldn't have overworked Brandon Roy to the point to where he would have bone-on-bone knee intrusion. Dwayne Wade suffered this shit with the Miami Heat for a number of years, man. Because for a number of years, Pat Riley just didn't surround him with superstars to the point to where Dwayne Wade could really put a dent. Remember, they had Lamar Odom. You know what I'm saying? They had Udonis Haslem. They had that kind of Miami Heat. And Dwayne Wade was doing a lot of wear and fucking tear because Dwayne Wade's game and his drivability, it was going to set up for him to be bone on bone. Dwayne Wade dropped so much on the damn floor. Y'all remember how clumsy Dwayne Wade was. But he was like the most slickest, clumsiest superstar I've ever fucking seen. Because he gonna fall on the floor but his ass gonna make sure there's gonna be a fucking basket and an and one on your ass. That's how lethal Dwayne Wade was. A lot of people don't understand Dwayne Wade. Go look at the 08 season. The 08 season is the height of Dwayne Wade's career. That's when him and Kobe, man, in that Olympics, I'll never fucking forget that shit. That shit is like the way, think of Kobe and Dwayne Wade, and that's me and Richie Rich on the basketball court. When we 7-zip shut out, motherfucker. That's how we were. We closed bitches out. We would close you the fuck out, dog. Because we were closers. Dwayne Wade is I always respect Dwayne Wade's closing ability. And Dwayne Wade know how I feel about him. Not personally, because I don't give a fuck about him personally. I'm talking about from a basketball standpoint, but pre-LeBron. Dwayne Wade was that dude, dog. That's why I see why Richie Rich had to denounce his ass when LeBron came. I denounced his fucking ass then too. Then the shit with his son. Man, don't even get me started with that. But before then, and I'm talking about pre all that bullshit and fuck shit, Dwayne Wade was the man. And there was no denying that shit. But he suffered the same fate. That's why he's still not in the league right now. And that's the secret. Everybody knows that. You do the scouting report on his injury, his biggest injury that debilitated him to a point where he cannot continue to play basketball is he's bone on fucking bone. Same shit with Kawhi Leonard. That's why Kawhi Leonard got to do load management. The San Antonio Spurs were smart enough to realize early on, before this becomes a Brandon Roy situation, or before it becomes a delayed Dwayne Wade reaction, we need to load manage this guy. Because we don't want him having bone-on-bone knee intrusion that's going to affect him and impact him in such a degree, in such an order, in such a magnitude, to the point to where it affects him to where he's not going to be the player that we thought that he's going to be on the basketball court anymore. So that's why Kawhi Leonard got to sit out. Because he was playing nonstop. And really, he's not even supposed to be doing all that shit. Some players, their bodies are not built to sustain all fucking playing all the damn time. It is what it is. Everybody's not blessed with that body to be able to endure. If there's one thing LeBron was blessed with, it was that shit. Body to fucking endure. Everything else with LeBron is bullshit and fucking fuck shit. But that body of his, that shit can fucking last. And, you know, he got steroids on top of that shit, too. But, you know, biogenesis. Hey, Miami, if you're from Miami, Port of Miami, you know that shit. Port of Miami, they be having all kinds of shit. But anyways, M-I-A-O, shit. Anyways, Jameer Nelson's big old head ass was there, too. Anyways, with the package saying LJ on that shit. But anyways, and Rich Paul picking the shit up. Yeah, I'm gonna drop the gems and the jewels. Y'all motherfuckers don't know. I know all these things. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Back to schedulely view broadcast, dog. The bottom line is, Paul George better step the fuck up. Because Paul George been nothing but a failure his whole NBA fucking career. So he better do something to keep the Los Angeles Clippers alive. Kawhi Leonard deserved to sit the rest of this fucking series out. Because Kawhi Leonard been doing nothing but having his Maximus Decimus moments, dog. What we do in this life, it echoes into eternity. And boy, he's led LA our way. So there's no denying that shit. It's about damn time Paul George stepped up. Because Paul George is the biggest fucking failure ever, man. This guy had back-to-back seasons to demolish LeBron James. He had everything at his disposal with that Indiana Pacers team. Don't get me started on Paul George. David fucking West. Roy fucking Hibbert. Lance Stevenson. I mean, what the fuck? You had a squad. And they went 7 games with the Miami Heat and Paul George. That was supposed to be the one to close the bitch out. If he had Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, DNA in him, they would have closed LeBron James and them out. They went 7 games twice, back to fucking back. And what happened? The Miami Heat did their ass up. Because Paul George couldn't get over the hump. That's Paul George's legacy. Then you get fucking first rounded by Donovan Mitchell. Don't get me started when you was with Russell Westbrook. And now all of a sudden you doing something that look like it's prominent and we're going to give you some fucking credit over that shit? No. You supposed to do that. Because Kawhi Leonard been stepping the fuck up. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat Teller fashion. When it's all said and done, Paul George, you ain't doing nothing special, man. You doing what the fuck you supposed to do. Damn near is a day late and a dollar fucking short. But at least you fucking doing it. And you better keep fucking doing it. Kawhi Leonard need to sit out the rest of this damn series. He's earned that shit. And Paul George, you better close this bitch out. Because if you don't do that, I'm going to rag on your ass. Because I know your fucking history. I know your skeletons in your closet too. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat Teller fashion. Paul George, Only Mama's Boy Pure fucking Beta Supremes root for you, dog. Because like you, they number 2s. But you doing your thing. The question is, can you close it out and keep doing your thing? Do I fucking trust you to do that? No. So prove me fucking wrong. I love being proved fucking wrong. That's the cool party. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat true teller fashion. I keeps the foot on the whoop. Oh, Higgs. I keeps the foot on the whoop. Oh, Higgs. This is He Knows Everything. Check it out.